Hello, what's going on? It's savagegasp, or Gasper, and this is a tour of a bunch of my tattoos. So I've been getting tattoos since I was like 15 years old, and I obviously have a lot now, but it's crazy to like see photos of myself from even like 2 years ago because I pretty much didn't have any of the ones that I have currently, except for a few on this arm. And now I'm completely covered. It's like weird to like look back in time and like see those because it like doesn't even look like me anymore because I'm just so used to seeing myself every day in the mirror with like all of them that they kind of just like, this is me. Okay, so starting off with like my skeleton hand tattoo, I feel like this is the tattoo that everyone kind of like, I don't know, like they see it and they're like, oh yeah, that's like Gasper's like little tattoo. And it came about because I wanted to like, so I had the other hand done for like a while, and I remember waking up one day and being like, I want to get like a Grim Reaper, like with like a scythe like on my hand, like that'd be super sick for like the other hand. And I hit up my tattoo guy and he was like, dude, honestly, like that's sick, but instead, like I've been wanting to like do this. Like the skeleton hand tattoo, and he was like, I have like a design already, and if like you want it, like you could just like come in and get it. And it kind of just like became something that was like synonymous with me, that kind of like, I don't know, it's like the thing people like identify me by now, which is kind of funny. So the tiger tattoo on my left forearm is actually a matching tattoo somewhat matching tattoo that I got with my best friend who passed away. It was both of our first tattoos. Well, technically, because I actually had a stick and poke that from before that I used this to cover it up. And the stick and poke was just like kanji and it said like peace, love, and like creativity or something. So the year after that, we were both like, okay, we need to get like some kind of matching tattoo on our like forearm or whatever. And we both got a tiger. But this motherfucker, like we like weren't living in the same state at the time, and we like sent each other pictures of it. And for some reason, it was like mine was on the forearm and his was like going up the top of his arm. And yeah, it was honestly, it's one of the most like special tattoos to me because not only is it my first, but it was like something cool that I did with my best friend. Even though to this day, I don't know why he put it in that spot. But yeah. So I have Huey, Dewey, and Louie on my hand, on this left hand, and this was the tattoo that I got the day that I quit my job. I remember texting my boss and asking him if I was ever gonna have to come back in. This is like 2019. He knew that I had been like wanting to get it, but at my old job, we weren't allowed to get anything like below our wrist. So I was like, dude, like, do I have to come back in? And he was like, no, you don't have to come back in. Like, why? And I was like, I was thinking about like getting this like tattoo. So as soon as I got the confirmation from him, I like walked to this tattoo shop in Brooklyn that was like 5 minutes away. And literally walked in, like showed them the Huey, Dewey, and Louie, and was like, I need this like right now on my hand. So I had a bunch of tattoos on my right arm already, but I decided to do all of these bats actually very recently because in November I got hospitalized because I had this crazy ass like throat infection, and that shit was like it was insane. Like it was something that I like didn't take seriously at first, and then turned into like an insane thing where like I spent a week in the hospital and like had to get surgery on my throat and stuff. And I got this tattoo on the same side that I like had the infection on because it's kind of just like to let me know that like no matter how shit seems, like whether things are going like good or whatever, anything can happen, and it can kind of just like, you could just like let anything like consume your life, like if you're not careful. So this BMO on my right arm here is a tattoo that 93 gave me when Pumpkin Scream, I think it hit like 10 mil or like 20 mil, and we were at 93's house, and he had just got this tattoo kit on Amazon, and I think he had done like one tattoo or maybe this was his first one, but we were like, dude, like we need to do something for it. So we ended up coming up with this like BMO design with like the little pumpkin guy on it, so he's like listening to Pumpkin Scream. And that was like how we celebrated. And at the time, like now he's like honestly amazing at doing tattoos, but at the time he had no idea what he was doing really, so he's a little funky. But this is definitely like sentimental value-wise, like one of my favorite ones that I have. And I'm probably never gonna get it touched up or redone or anything because of like the memory associated with it is sick. So the Peter Pan on my neck was like something that I wanted to do for a long time. Well, I wanted to get my throat tatted, but everyone kept telling me that like my face was gonna look different and it was gonna like make me look all weird and like a biker or something. So I thought about it for a really long time and I like held off until I'd done the rest of my neck. And I'd always like thought about what I was gonna get, but I didn't really know. And then I saw this like, I think I was rewatching Peter Pan. And I saw like the scene where they were like flying above the house and I was like, dude, that would actually be sick to like squeeze in there between everything else. So that one like really doesn't mean that much, honestly. It's just like something that I kind of decided in the moment to get that ended up being like really, really cool. Peter Pan is just like a movie that I always liked when I was a kid. And I still like now. But yeah, and shout out Hip Hop Sprayer, man. That's the GOAT. For real. I got these cards on my neck like a day before we shot the Simp Anthem video. I got it with Pullman, Aviva, and Cap, I think. And I'd already had the Mickey Mouse on the other side, but I found this like Alice in Wonderland flash sheet on like Google Images or something, and I was like, oh my god, I need to get everything from this. And I went in the next day because everybody wanted to get tattooed, and we all got something different, but I was like, I have to like get something on my neck. And it's funny because like that whole thing and like that tattoo and doing that with Aviva is where the tag came from, where it's like, what do you mean you're not gonna listen to Savagegasp? Like he has a neck tattoo. So I have this Pluto on my left arm that I got with my dad. My dad used to be like super anti-tattoo, and then like as time went on and I like just started getting like a new tattoo every couple of weeks, he was like, you know what, man, like I could go get one with you. So that was honestly cool for me because it was like the first time getting to like do it with my dad, and my dad kind of like accepting that and getting like his own tattoo, and it was super funny to watch him get tatted, me already having like a ton at the time. If any of y'all have been with me for a while, you know that I had like a massive, well, I still love Kingdom Hearts, but I had like a massive phase where I was like super like too into it. Like I was like in New York, I would like carry my keyblade, like an actual like keyblade, like plastic keyblade on the subway and like to events and like parties and stuff, and I don't honestly know who like let me walk around like that. Y'all were validating me like that shit was cool. So I have October on my stomach, despite the fact that I was born in December. I've looked into it, you cannot legally change the month or day that you were born, but for some reason, like even though I'm born in December, like October is just the month that I guess I gravitate to. 2020 was a weird year. It was a weird year for me and for everyone, I'm sure, because like COVID and everything, but like I felt like so many things kept going wrong that year. September rolled around and it felt like there was like this weird energy in the air. I was like, damn, like maybe shit is like about to get better or way worse. And October 1st hit, and all of a sudden like life like hit a complete like 180 for like the third time, and that really like made me feel like, oh shit, like there's something like going on. Like October is just like this special month for me that like I like connect with and stuff. So 93 like did it on my stomach, like on our living room couch at the time, and we like shot like a video and like did all the stuff for it and then shot the picture. But yeah, I don't know, I have like some like weird spiritual connection with October, and I still believe that that's like the month I like go into like my prime mode. But yeah. So the Mickey Mouse on my neck is actually the first neck tattoo that I got, and I got it with Freddie Dredd and our manager. Our manager like hit us up at like midnight after we'd like done something, and he was like, yo, we all should just get tatted right now. And Freddie, I think, said that he was getting like the Doom Shop like logo on his hand or something, so I was like, okay, I need to do something crazy too. And at the time I didn't have any neck tattoos, so I texted my mom and I was like, Lord, forgive me for what I'm about to do, Jill. And yeah, and then Freddie got done with his and I was like, fuck it, like we're doing the Mickey Mouse neck tattoo. And yeah, that one is still one of my favorites to this day, even though it's kind of faded now. But I don't think I'll ever get it touched up because it's just like a good memory. And the first neck tattoo, Jill actually wasn't that pissed either. I think that she really liked it when she saw it. A week ago, I got these bum tattoos because I was sick. I had COVID like a month ago, and I was spending my whole time having COVID, obviously inside quarantining, and I didn't know what to do, so I started watching Fullmetal Alchemist again because I haven't seen it since I was way younger, and I like became really obsessed with it. And this dude in the show, Kimberly, he has these transmutation circle like tattoos on his hands, and I was like, damn, that would be really hard because I've never seen somebody do that. So yeah, honestly though, these are by far, more than the hand, neck, stomach, everything, the most pain that I've like ever endured. And apparently they don't last that long. So that's sick. But yeah, they look cool for right now, and I'm really happy that I did it. But they'll probably be gone in like a year. So then this Casper on my left arm, when I was a kid, like no one knew how to pronounce Gasper, which is my name. It's not that hard. It's just Casper with a G. And I like said that so many times to people, because people were like, Gaspare, Gaspacho, Gaston, like this, that, like they were like saying shit that wasn't even my name. So I was like, it's just Casper with a G. So I felt like it was only right that I get the Casper tattoo. Because that was such a big part of my life, was trying to explain to people that my name was like Casper with a G. Yeah, so that was like a tour of like most of the tattoos that I have right now. I'm sure maybe we'll update this in like a year, and I'll probably have like 50 more, because I get them at least once a month. And I'm sure you guys know that if you know me. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope that somebody out there found this interesting besides me. Yeah, man, have a good one.